bugging us so much today. My God. Okay. Zoom out. Okay. Let's look at this. Again, coming back down. Hey, what's happening, guys? My thing was bugging out so much. My broker was bugging out so much because I have a different account for NFP. I was just trying to set that up. Just so bad. It's bugging out so much. Finally got it sorted. Got news coming in like in another 8 minutes. Got 8 minutes. Let's see what's happening now. On the weekly, we are starting to push down. Let's look at your daily as well. Okay, so below this is where we got the rejection from now, previously. And again, looking at the monthly as well, where is that monthly support level? It's all the way down here now. This is your sort of resistance level. We can usually see this area does get respected. It got respected yesterday as well. So if we do start breaking below this now, then we pretty much are coming down to this support area on the monthly. So I might sell some sort of like, set some sort of like sell orders below this now. I'm thinking that might be the first move. Let's quickly look at the structure. Looking at the structure below this, again, if we do start to respect this, this will become the next area I do want to watch out for. We start clearing this at that point, obviously we're going to start seeing a nice clean drop with NFP. Otherwise, let's look at the structure on the 30 minutes now. Honestly, every time we do push up, look at this now, this 30-minute wick, again, this area has been respected now. Might be putting a buy order above this at this point, honestly. So might be putting a buy order above 1792 level. 1792 and sell order below 1786. But just one thing now, I need to see how to do that, how to put them orders in place again. I always forget for some reason. Who's Ayub? Kays, who's Ayub? Do you know that?
No, I don't.
Interesting. Anyway. How do you sell those sell stops and buy stops once again? I think it's gonna be markets right here, right? Today got so delayed, honestly. Got so delayed. It's just up here, it's up here. Do you know what it is? It's always like changing from MetaTrader 4 to MetaTrader 5. Gets hella confusing. There it is. Another 5 minutes left as well now. Starting to form lower lows, lower highs. Man, we start breaking below these. We are pushing down. Below this daily sort of low, we're pushing down, honestly. Otherwise, what I'm thinking is, might just see a retest and from here start to push back up. But I think below this, sells can make sense. And above this, buys are going to start making sense as well. Sell limit. What's it gonna be? Is it gonna be sell limit or sell order for sells to play out, guys? Is buy stop and sell stop, right? Buy stop and sell stop.
Yes, buy stop and sell stop.
Where are they? I can't find it. Still can't find it.
Click on pending order. Click on pending order. Type.
Okay, I see sell limit and I see buy stop. That's what I see.
Buy stop and sell stop. Click on the type of order. It should give you a drop down.
Where is it going to be? Where does it say that type of order?
Are you on your magic keys or just the MT4?
I'm on my MetaTrader 5. MetaTrader 5.
It says, hold on, let me go all the way back.
I think it might just be sell limit and buy stop.
A sell limit is going to go up and then down, and a buy stop is a buy. Sell stop is a sell.
Okay, buy stop is a buy, sell stop is a sell, right? Okay, buy stop I'm putting above 1792 for sure. So to be safe, 1793 will be the safest buy stop. Above the structure highs pretty much, which is also how far away now. Until then, I can see the sells playing out, to be honest. Now at this point, look at this. This area still is being respected. At this point, we start to violate this, which is 1792-ish area. I think we're going to start pushing up nicely. Really nicely. Stop loss price, stop limit price. How can I change the lot size? Today's modify pending order. Okay, there we go. Pending order, buy stop. Okay, I get it now. Sell stop, buy stop. Yeah, I get it. Let's put this to, there we go. Cool. Okay, I get it now. Makes a lot of sense. Let's delete this and let's set I'm gonna say below 84-ish level is a safe bet. Like around 86 level will be a safe bet, to be honest. From here you can start to reject 85-ish level basically for sales. Because I don't want to get wicked out, so I'm being super careful. Because this area here can easily start to reverse, so I would say 85-ish right on dot will be like the safe bet. 86, 85. From there you can really see sales playing out, to be honest. Pending order, sell stop, and let's add it. There we go. Amazing stuff. Okay, let's delete this. Alright, let's see what happens now. Got another minute left. Let's just hope Magic Keys is running as well. Oh, Magic Keys, where are you? Big man, are you not on? There we go. Okay, Magic Keys up and ready. Let's see what happens now. I'm gonna look to make it like risk-free ASAP though. ASAP, honestly. Let's see what happens. But we do start clearing this, start trading below this, we are coming down to that monthly support level. I think at least like 1774. We start breaking below like 1784 as well. So I am looking at 1784-ish level now. Another minute left though. Another minute left. My fingers on the trigger for close fall. And there we go. Pushing up. And let's see what happens now. I'm going to put stop loss at entry soon. Hold on a second. Okay. If it starts pushing up, I'm going to get tagged in. It needs to start breaking this. Otherwise, my sells are coming. If we start breaking above this now, I'm going to get tagged in with this. Structure highs need to get broken. And then I'm tagged in with this. It's not doing too much. I think it wants to push up, but it needs to start trading above this level now, because we can get rejection from here as well. So I really want to see us starting to trade above this, and then from here we're going to start pushing up nicely. So I'm looking at this level, to be honest. See how we start to play around this level now. Okay, there we go. This is that rocket ship of a candle now, starting to push up nicely. As soon as we start clearing these highs, we're coming all the way up now on gold, all the way up. It's looking really nice now. Still not. Okay, I'm going to take this one out, and I'm going to look to scale back in later now to secure some baby profits. I'm going to take out my sell stop at this point as well. It's too far away. Buys are going to work out at this point, in my opinion. Take us some profits from this. Alright, there we go. Starting to reject once again. That's why I took on my buy position here now. It got tagged in, but I just took it out with some little profits because I'm not looking to hold any drawdown. It can still just very well just grab this liquidity and start pushing down now. But we start breaking above this now, we are pushing up. Until then, I think it's just going to be sells playing out now. So I'm going to be super careful now, because even sells can play out really nicely. It didn't do too much, or this might just be that pullback now. We start breaking above this, we are pushing all the way to the top side. all the way to the top side. Magic keys. I'm gonna be doing market executions now though. It didn't do too much, to be honest, did it? Risk per order. Let's do, because I was looking to actually hold this for a little bit. Didn't do much of anything, to be honest. Interesting. Okay, it's tempting to push down now though. I think we might just see that sell off playing out, because as I said, monthly support level is all the way down there, but we are still stuck within this consolidation. So I want to see us clearing this consolidation now. We start trading below 1786 at this point. Start trading below this area, 1786. From there, I'm going to say, okay, cool. Is a safe bet to kind of like, you know, take it all the way, what's it called? All the way down. Until then, I'm going to be staying out of this. I got tagged in, took the position out. Rather just not go into this massive drawdown, so I just took it out, to be honest, because it didn't do much of anything, to be honest, did it? But I think we're going to start pushing back up now, so I'm going to be looking out for that, and this time it's going to be market execution for me. Yeah, it wasn't one of those days where it just went berserk, bazooka straight to the top side. What is your stop loss? No stop losses for me, guys, using magic keys. So my finger was on stop loss at entry. That's what I done. Stop loss at entry straight away. You guys gotta understand, they're like the spreads are really high as well, so you gotta be super careful. So I didn't use any stop loss, just stop loss at entry, magic keys. That's what I used. Got taken out straight away. But again, with NFP, you don't want to hold any drawdowns, man. Drawdowns can be brutal, so I'd rather just get taken out. But now again, look, it's just consolidating. We're still within this consolidation. Look at your daily as well. If your daily still trades above this level, we're going to push up. Otherwise, we're going to start pushing down. Look, you have your daily highs over here as well at this point now. That's what we have done so far. We've just formed the daily highs. Daily's done nothing so far, man. Nothing whatsoever. 86 pips. It's struggling to break up at this point. But if we start trading above 1793, then I'm going to look for a market execution. And I might be holding this, because we have a lot of room to the top side as well. A lot of room to the top side as well. But I really do want to see us come down a little bit, at least to that monthly support. So that's why I'm going to be super cautious here. Look at your weekly. Weekly can come down a little bit as well. That's the thing. I think sell-off can play out, to be honest. We can come down a little bit, but just going to take another more trade. So we're going to be waiting a little bit. So far, still within this consolidation. Haven't really done anything, to be honest. Nothing major. Haven't broken out to the top side as well as to the lows. But again, this is just the first 5 minutes. Might just be settling in a little bit now. So the next 5 minutes can give us that massive push. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so far it's just still trading within this consolidation. I'm staying out of it until we start to break out. Yeah, no point jumping into this. But look, at this point now, we've had an upper wick. We're rejecting liquidities in the market as well now. I think the sell-off might just start to play out at this point. Honestly, we start breaking below this. This might just be the sell-off coming up. I want to look to scale in soon now. Magic keys ready as well. I want to see how we start to react around 1786. We start trading below that. This is the sell-off coming up now, guys. Really want to see how this candle starts to trade. Around this level, we start clearing this level, we're coming all the way down now. So this candle here becomes really crucial. Either it's going to start rejecting or we're going to start pushing down nicely now. Real nice pushes coming to the downside at this point. Let's just see what happens. This is the level, the crucial level we're about to reject. Let's see how the next candle opens, and this might just be that push to the downside. I want this candle to give me that upper wick as well, so I might use like a tiny stop loss. And we need to start trading below this level. Until then, I'm not going to jump into this. Now we need to start clearing this, and at that point we can see the monthly support, in my opinion. We're coming down to at least like 17.74. Until then, be super careful. I'm going to be super careful. That's it. We're starting to trade below this level now. I think we started clearing this. Another push to the downside. I'm going to be in this, and I'm in this now. One more push. Give me that last push, and I'm ready. Come on. Yeah, still gonna wait for this. It's gonna make the upper wick just yet. But as soon as it starts clearing this, I'm in this trade now. Give me that. Okay. I just need that last bit of push, aggressive push. Come on. Do you know what it is? The way it's reacting around this level, it can just very well start to go up. So I want to see a nice push to the downside, then I'll take this trade. Until then, it's just gonna come up to form the upper wick and then drop later on. And I don't want to get wicked up. So I really want to see us clearing this. Otherwise, this is when your buyers are going to start to play out, basically. That's the thing. So I really want to see a lot of momentum to the downside kick in now. Come on. As soon as we start clearing these lows, I'm in this though. But we need to clear it like at least like 4 or 5 pips, right? Need to start dropping. And then we'll come in downtown. Let's go, Goldie. Let's do it. Let's go. And this might just be the sell-off coming up now. Another 2 minutes left as well for the new 5 minutes to open. Might just see that drop. This area here is so crucial. We're gonna come. I'm holding this at least till like 17.74 though. Come on, give me that last bit of push. See the way it's just struggling to break below this. We need to start clearing this. Otherwise, we're gonna come back up. That's the thing. So that's why we need to start trading below this level. This level can be that sort of level where we can start to reverse from. And massive momentum to the top side can start kicking in. There we go. It's trying to push down now. I think as soon as we start breaking below this, that's when we're going to see aggressive drop. Otherwise, we're going to start pushing up a little bit. Might retest one of these levels and then from there start to drop later on. So this level here again becomes really crucial. Otherwise, this is the liquidity grab to start pushing back up. But the way we've rejected now, I think we're going to start dropping honestly with NFP. And this might just be it now. Give me that push. Come on, gold. And Magic Keys is ready to go. Another minute left as well. Let's see what the next minute does. With the next minute, hopefully we can see that push to the downside. Right now, still struggling to break below, but price is holding nicely. And I'm about to jump in this. I'm in this now. I'm in this. Oh, let's go. 10 pips. Okay, stop loss. I've put my stop loss at 27 pips. I'm gonna hold this for like 50 pips at least till like 74. I'm holding this. Yeah, at least till like 74. Okay, this is the new 5 minute open now. Let's see where it does. It needs to start dropping now. This is that drop. It needs to drop down to like at least monthly support in my opinion. My 1-to-1's about to get hit though. 1 times 1 is about to get hit. And my 1-to-1 is about to get hit now. I'm gonna my 1-to-1's at 50% by the way, as you guys can see right there. I'm gonna, as soon as it secures that 1-to-1, I'm gonna let it run all the way down to like 74. So let's see how it starts to play out. I've secured just tiny bit of profits now. I'm gonna secure some more at 1-to-1, and then after that I'm gonna let it run. So the 1-to-1 is just down there. From here we can still see a reversal, so I'm being super careful. But we just, as now we're trading below 1784, we should be good to go down. Below this level, we should be good to go down. This is where my sell stop was anyway. And honestly, what I'm thinking now is, after I take out this, I'm going to take a little bit more profits down here, taking out some of the profits here, as soon as I sold more than 10 pips. And what I'm going to do is take out more profits at 1-to-1, and then after that, let the rest just run to like 1774. I think that's going to be the play now. Most definitely. Look at your daily as well now, starting to push down. We're tapping into this area at this point now. We need to start trading below this area as well. Look at your monthly once again. The resistance is getting tapped at this point now. So you want to see these lows again being violated. At that point, we're coming down to the support level. Otherwise, if this starts to hold, this resistance level starts to hold, I want to look to take up this position, take up partials. Because from here, we can see a rocket ship of a candle all the way to the top side as well. So might be another opportunity coming up. But as long as we're trading below 1786, we should be good to go down. Should not be coming above 1786, in my opinion. Okay, the way this is starting to like rocket ship to the top side as well now. After tapping into that resistance, the monthly resistance, I'm going to be super careful here. But as long as we're respecting these highs, we should be good to go down. This level here should hold the 86 level. But if we start violating it, I might just take this position out as well. Secure some profits, almost 1-to-1. I was, I think, 2-3 pips away from 1-to-1 being tapped. So I'm going to take this position out here. If it starts pushing up, might be looking for a little entry later on once again. Scale back in. Do you know what, guys? I'm going to take this position out for now. I'll scale back in later. Okay, let's see now what it does. Another 3 minutes left as well, because we've tapped into the monthly resistance level at this point now. Secured some sells down there. And at this point, we start trading above 1786. We might just see a lot of pips to the top side, honestly. Might just see a lot of pips to the top side. So I'm going to look to see what it does in the next 2 minutes. With the new 15-minute open, I'm going to take a last trade. First trade, BE. Second trade, secured some profits and then got taken out. Again, sort of like BE trade. Still haven't had a profitable day for me. So I'm going to give it another go. I'll give it last trade, but that's going to be my last trade for the day. It's coming back into that consolidation, but the way we're tapping that resistance level now, I'm looking to see, is this just a pullback and then the sell-off is going to start playing out? Or this is the liquidity we needed. The resistance has been tapped as well at this point now, and we can start pushing down. Because again, look at the structure highs. You haven't violated the structure highs. You haven't violated the structure highs whatsoever. Just keep that in your mind. And the way we're starting to respect these levels now, look at your 30 minutes starting to reject at this point as well. Look at this undecisive candle. In the next minute, I want to see how it starts to trade. We start trading above. We're gonna really see buys playing out. If we start trading above like 1787 as well, we're gonna see a nice buy position play out, honestly. I want to see how much of an upper wick we get with the new 15-minute open though. Get my magic keys ready as well. I want to see the upper wick we get with the 15-minute. With that, I think it's going to give me a nice precise stop loss as well. That's going to be my last trade for the day, and I'm going to call it a day. But if this buy position works out, I'm holding this. I'm actually holding this. Until then, again, this is literally just a pullback to start pushing back down. So let's just see what happens. Because right now this can just be a retracement for us to start pushing down. So I really want to see what the next 15-minute does. But again, we have tapped the resistance on the monthly time frame, which we were expecting. There we go. This is the 15-minute open now. This might just rocket ship all the way to the top side. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Because we start clearing these highs, we're coming all the way up, guys. All the way up, honestly. There is no bump wick so far. So I want to see a bump wick on the 15-minute time frame as well first. And I want to see a retest of 1786 and a bounce up. That would be lovely, to be honest. I'm going to start marking on my areas. We start clearing 1791. We are pushing all the way to the top side at this point now. After clearing 1791, we're coming up to the resistance level. Yeah, I think this is just going to rocket ship at this point, honestly. I want to see how the first minute candle closes and what the next one does. Because if it taps 1791.71 and starts breaking the highs, we're going to start pushing up. Again, is NFP. Might not get any sort of wicks, but I'm going to wait for that extra bit of confirmation before entering anything. It's probably going to be my last trade. First two trades I got stopped out at break even, man. Tapping the 1791.71 sort of area. Attempted to form a bottom wick, still failing to attempt a bottom wick. The minute candle at this point. Now we start clearing these highs once again. I think we're going to start pushing up at that point. Still seeing tiny bit of rejections from the top side. So I'm staying out of this for now. But if we start to see a lot of volatility kick in at this point now, with the new 15-minute open, I think this is going to start to like skyrocket. All the way to the top side. Look at your daily candles or look at your daily highs. Yeah, we're going to start violating those daily highs and start pushing up, in my opinion. If it starts to skyrocket now. Until then, I'm expecting a little bit of pullbacks, honestly. Yeah, again, attempting to form that bottom wick, still just failing to form that bottom wick so far. And it's pushing back up now, once again. Might be looking for a position soon, guys, as soon as it starts clearing these highs. But I want to see like a momentum candle as well. Might just look for a position here soon. Let's turn magic keys on. Right now it's still struggling to break up. It's attempting to break up, but you're still seeing some sort of struggle from top. You're seeing little rejections. When you see rejections like that, you don't see like a clear break to the top side. It just shows you that you can still expect a pullback. That's the thing. So it's just a waiting game. I have to wait. Let's see how this one starts to play out now. You're still seeing tiny rejections from the top side as well. Still. Yeah, this is it. It's starting to push up now at this point. Looking good. I still want to wait for this to close because we're going to tap this resistance level now. And look at your daily. Daily's not moved whatsoever. So I want to be super bit careful. But we start clearing these highs. We're coming all the way up now. Look at your daily candle. We can come up. We can honestly start to come up. After tapping that resistance level, what I'm looking to see is if this is just a pullback. If this is not a pullback, and at this point we're going to start forming higher highs, higher lows after tapping into that monthly resistance, it's like catching gold all the way from the bottom on the monthly time frame as well. This is going to skyrocket. Might even come up to the previous daily highs. So you got a lot of room to, you know, breathe. So let's just see how it starts to play around 1793 now. This is going to become our range, 1793 and 1791. Looking to see what it does around this level. Again, your daily has only moved about 133 pips. So we got a lot of space now, a lot of room to push up as well as push down. Again, look at all the candles. This can just be a aggressive pullback because of the massive push to the downside, and you can still see your sells starting to play out. So I want to be super careful now. But if we start trading above these levels now, like 1791.71, start clearing these highs once again, at that point we're most definitely coming up to the highs we've formed. Until then, I'm still looking to see if the sells can play out, because you got to understand, when there is a lot of volatility in the market, you're going to see these aggressive drops and then aggressive pullbacks as well. Because always correction is always required, but you don't want to get caught in that. So let's just wait and see. Good buy position could have been from down there, but that's where we had our sell position. So yeah, okay, this candle now, the way it's starting to print out, I'm starting to like it, to be honest. Let's see what the next minute candle does now. You want the next minute candle to just like skyrocket all the way to the top side, and the next minute candle at this point pushing down, is attempting to basically retest this same sort of structure, 1791.71. And if there is a lot of volatility in the market, we should start clearing these highs and come up to the next highs, which is all the way up there. Come on, Goldilocks. Do you know what it is? We're still within this consolidation, so the trades are still yet to come. This was your liquidity move now. So if we start breaking above these highs, I know for a fact we're going to start pushing up really nicely. So let's just see which way the volatility is now, which way the momentum is. We got another 10 minutes left as well for the new forward to open. This is really just a waiting game now. Look at the way we're starting to respect 1791.71 as well. Really do want to see us starting to trade above this, but I would like some sort of a pullback now, and then an engulfing bullish candle kind of like take it all the way back up to the highs. Because again, market has started to exhaust at this level now. Look at your daily once again. You still haven't violated the structure highs either, so I want to be super careful. You can very easily just see a sell-off starting to play out from up here, because you still haven't violated the structure highs. But the amount of liquidity that we have in the market now, we can really expect a massive move as soon as we start clearing this consolidation now, because we are still within this consolidation. And a lot of orders have been executed down here now. So the next area is basically these highs up here. So as soon as we start clearing these highs, then sky's the limit. I think even 1800 1807 is very achievable after we start clearing 1800 level, which is this resistance level here. So you got the new forward coming up soon as well. So if we start trading above these levels now, the new forward open can pretty much just form the bottom wick down to like 1792. From there, just start to rocket ship. But in my opinion, right now, there is no trade. Unless you want to trade this range, I'm not interested. I'm looking to catch that explosive big move, either to the top side or the downside. Look at the way we're still failing to break to the top side. Now, a lot of momentum to the downside is starting to kick in once again. After forming that retest double top, still failing to break. Look at your 15-minute as well, pretty much potentially forming that bottom wick. So I want to be super careful here now, because it does not have that bottom wick. It can pretty much just be trying to form the bottom wick, and then from there can start pushing back up. So I would want it to start forming the bottom wick first, and then obviously after that I want to see what sort of structure we're forming. Are we forming high highs, high lows, or low lows and low highs? That's going to give me a trade. There we go. As soon as it forms that bottom wick, it's going to start going down. Honestly, it's going to start dropping. There we go. Now you want to see what sort of momentum there is in this candle, because it has a tiny bit of a bottom wick to the downside at this point now. So now if it starts to drop, you're probably going to see a sell-off starting to play out at this point, honestly. And you can expect the new forward open to just drive price all the way down. So let's see how it starts to react around 1789. Do want to be cautious, still not in any sort of trades. But if we start trading below 1789 at this point now, from there, man, I can really see us starting to push all the way down. Looking good at this point, honestly. Looking Gucci. It's looking Gucci, guys. This might just be the sell-off coming up now. Let's see how it starts to react around this level. Might be looking to scale in soon. Let's next minute. I want the next minute to open, make the upper wick, and then start dropping. We got this support level approaching as well down here. You see the way the candles are dropping? I feel like this is just a classic pullback, and you're going to see that massive engulfing bullish candle starting to push all the way back up because of this liquidity that we have in the market as well now. I really do see gold starting to push up now. I don't know why. I have a feeling we're going to start pushing up with gold. And this might just be that candle that rockets all the way to the top side. This might just be that rocket ship of a candle. Look at your new 5-minute open now. See the sort of rejection we got was so nasty. So nasty. So now you want it to come down a little bit first. Form that bottom wick. But if it starts forming this upper wick now, starts breaking below this, then I think we're coming down. 86 is getting tapped for sure. And this might even be a good stop loss. The new 5-minute highs. Another 5 minutes, you got the new forward coming up as well. Oh, this 5-minute candle just looks like it's about to fake everything out to the left now. It's just about to engulf the whole structure. That's what it looks like. But now, right now, it's just forming the upper wick. Honestly, that's all it's doing. So you want it to start coming down now. Do you know what? At this point, yeah, if we start trading above 1791.71, I'm thinking this 5-minute candle is gonna turn into that fake out candle. We're gonna start engulfing everything to the left, because as I said, I'm not really comfortable with the sell setup just yet, and this might just be that sort of like fake out move now. If it starts pushing up a little bit more, I might be looking to trade and jump into this, but it needs to start pushing up and needs to start clearing this. It needs to start clearing these highs now. At that point, I'm gonna then I know that this candle here is gonna start engulfing everything to the left, and we'll come in all the way up to the daily highs, and pretty much we're gonna start trading above this resistance level, and the new forward open is gonna give us that bottom wick and then just start to rocket ship. Until then, I'm still thinking sells can start to play out unless we start trading above 1791.71 and we start breaking above this, then I know gold is coming up. Until then, again, it's just forming that upper wick. It's going to form that bottom wick, and if it starts breaking below the previous 5-minute lows, then we're just coming downtown. So just going to have to wait and see what it does, really. There we go, starting to see momentum to the downside kicking once again. Alright, let's just turn this off. Man, if we start clearing these lows now, because again, either we're going to start bouncing off from this support level that we have on the minute time frame as well, or we're going to start clearing these lows now. And 5-minute lows, if we start clearing them after retesting 1791.74, failing to break above that, start breaking below this, we'll come in all the way down, guys. All the way down. Honestly, all the way down. Yeah, this is starting to look good now to the downside as well. Ooh, Goldie, you better drop. Man, you better drop. What you better do, bro? You better drop. But we start clearing these highs, yeah, for the second time after forming the bottom wick on the 5 minutes. I'm in this trade, honestly, to the top side. Otherwise, sell-off is going to play out now. It's really crucial at this point what happens. The way is starting to hold below 1791.71, forming lower lows, lower highs. We start breaking below this, you're going to see a nice sell setup starting to play out at this point. There we go. There we go. This might just be the position coming up with for sells. Either that, or we're going to form that double bottom down here and start to reject. Two things are going to happen now. Yeah, this is about to drop, or either about to go straight back up now. So, ooh, nasty dump is coming up, guys. Nasty dump is coming up now. Ooh, this is coming up. Still not in any positions because I want to see us trading below this level, but this is that dump coming up now. This is that dump coming up. I still want to see us starting to trade below 1787.85 for our sell position. Until then, kind of like staying out of this, but I think a nasty dump is coming up now. A real nasty dump is coming up if we start trading below 1787.85. Until then, as I said, buys can play out. It might just be forming that bottom wick. But if we start clearing all of these wicks, at that point, it's coming downtown, guys. Really simple. Oh, look at that push to the top side as well now. This is your new 4-hour open at this point, so let's see what it does. As I said, I'm looking for one more trade, so it's got to give me the highest probability. Until then, I'm just going to sit here and not execute on anything, because sells right now for me are too risky. First, let's just let the 4-hour form the upper wick, and then from there we'll see if the sells want to play out. Otherwise, as I said, I'm looking for those buys. Sells are a bit too risky for me just yet. But it's all about how comfortable you are, guys. If you guys are comfortable with this, go for it. But for me, to execute on a sell setup, not comfortable just yet. But it seems like it's forming the upper wick now on the 4-hour, and then from there it's going to start to reject off once again. But we start trading below 1787.85, then I'm interested in a sell position with this new 4-hour open. Until then, man, it becomes a bit tricky for me to execute on a sell position just yet. Patience really pays. Let's just wait. Exactly, we have to wait, guys. Look, it's still done nothing. We are still within this consolidation. It's gonna break out either way. It's gonna either break out to the top side or the downside. Just gonna wait for the extra bit of confirmation, then execute. Until then, just got to sit on our hands. That's what trading is about. Don't want to get stopped out, do we? Want to take a nice position make our profits and call it a day. It's a Friday anyway. Had a really profitable week. So this is when people blow up their accounts because they're so impatient. They want to make more profits. So this is when you really want to have patience. Really have patience. So pretty much again, what's this for? We're doing now? It's just pretty much forming that upper wick. There is no bottom wick either. So now if we start to see a nasty rejection from up there, it forms a bottom wick, starts trading below 1788-ish level, then I'm interested in a sell position as well. But until then, as I said, why was I not interested in a sell position here? Look, if we did take a sell position here, it would have been straight, instant drawdown, which I know is part of the game, but I'd rather just not take anything like this. I want to see those straight up, like straight moves, explosive moves as well. That's what I'm looking for. This bearish candle here, man, it's just getting corrected at this point now. Correction done at this point now, attempting to break to the downside, still failing to break to the downside. Do you know where is? We've tapped the monthly resistance level as well at this point now. So, and the way we are rejecting at this point, I think we can really start to push up. Really massive push to the top side is coming up. I don't know why. I feel like buyers are going to work out really nicely, but sells can work out as well. But for sells, I'm going to wait for those extra confirmations, because right now I don't feel comfortable taking sells. But those buyers are looking sweet though. So I want to see now what it does first. It needs to form the bottom wick first, and then after that I want to see how it starts to play around these levels. 88 level, 1788 level. Again, look, why did we not take this trade? That's why we did not take this trade. See how we just avoided all of this risk, just like not worth it, honestly. Just stay out, just let price do his thing, and then when it gives you those clean moves, we can execute. We can very easily execute for sure. For sure. Until then, guys, just gotta stay out of this, let it do his thing. Look at the way it's just basically attempting to form that bottom wick now in the 4 hour. It's just failing to do that. Let's see what the next minute candle does at this point as well, because if we start trading above 1791.71, 1793 is getting tapped, that's for sure. But really messy sort of price action right now. Rangy price action. Oh boy. It's the new 5-minute open as well now. I think it's about to skyrocket, guys. If it starts breaking above 1791.79, it's gonna come all the way up to 1793. The only thing is there is no bottom wick on the 4 hour, but it is what it is. It might tap the resistance level. From there we can start to see some sort of momentum to the downside kick in. That can happen as well, for sure. But if it was to make that bottom wick now and starts breaking its own highs once again, I'm in this buy position. Until then, as I said, I'm staying out of this. We've not really done much so far whatsoever. Still, we are within this consolidation. So from here, we're going to go either to the top side or the downside. And when I get those confirmations, I'm going to execute with confidence. Right now, I don't see anything. I see tiny candles. No momentum candles. I don't see anything. All I see is just messy price action. Two. Is about to break above 1791.79 now. After that, we got the next zone coming up, which is 1793.17. That's coming up next now. I think we can have this wick fill, honestly. 1807 can be achieved if we start pushing up, start breaking above these highs. We need to start trading above 1800 after, and then we can really see 1807. So just have to wait, honestly. Friday's gonna give us something, that's for sure. I know that it's gonna give us something, but it's just gonna be a lot of patience, really. Still just ranging within this sort of like level 91-ish level to 88 level. The top side of the consolidation is 91. Okay, is you taken anything so far, or still just waiting? You're muted, by the way.
Yeah, I'm unmuted now. Sorry, I'm in a hotel lobby, so it's kind of loud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got in that first buy like you, and then I jumped out. So
Yeah.
pretty much break even.
Yeah, same. It didn't make sense to honestly go into drawdown. So as soon as I
No.
went into profits, it was just basically I made a BE. And then the second trade took out some profits as well, then just took it out once again. Did you take the sales as well?
No, I didn't take any other trades. I'm just kind of waiting. I've been in that consolidation before for hours, then drawdown. So I just, I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, honestly, but I think we are gonna see a move though, that's for sure. We haven't really seen anything. We've tapped the resistance level on the monthly now, so I think gold should be good to go up. Should be really good to go up.
I thought it was gonna go up myself just from, the analysis and then all the news and jump up. Like I thought it was gonna jump, but
That's what I thought as well. That's what I thought as well. So that's why that's when I saw those, like I was like 10 pips up, I just made it stop loss at BE straight away.
yeah.
Because usually you will see like 50, 60 pips like straight up, and then I would actually like give it a little bit more room to breathe. But it just wasn't as volatile, to be honest. So I was like, you know what, let's just make it BE straight away, rather not take a loss on NFP.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to do something, even if it waits to New York. It's going to do something.
That's exactly what I'm thinking as well, and I think we're going to see that sweet setup for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
For sure. Just gonna have to wait a lot, to be honest. Maybe in another 21 minutes we can see some more momentum kick in, and where SE open can give us that push to the top side or the downside. The only issue that I have right now is just there is just no bump wick on the 4 hour. That's the thing. So
and that's on a you don't have a bottom wick on the 4 hour.
No, do you?
See, it's different when you're looking at MT4. Like I'm on MT4, and my 4 hour is that big. It's a wick on the top and the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're on Trading View, so it's a little. And of course, I'm not in my office, so I don't have my other screen.
Let me just look at my thingy then. My MetaTrader 5. Give me a second. Do you know what it is? I've been trading on MT4 now, and everything's just different here on the MT5 now. But let's just go on the 4 hour. No, I do not have a wick on the 4 hour, even on the MetaTrader 5.
That's crazy.
Okay, there we go. There we go, starting to reject off of this area now once again. Let's see what happens in the next 4 minutes now. Really looking to see what happens in the next 4 minutes at this point. Maybe the next 4 minutes can give us something. Because right now you're just seeing really tiny candles, honestly. Really tiny candles. Nothing
Yeah,
exciting here whatsoever.
and on my 4 hour, it does, on the trading view, it does, I went ahead and switched over. It doesn't have, it's the same as yours. I'm looking at exactly what you're looking at now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And do you know what is, yeah? As soon as we start trading above these levels here, we're gonna see a really big move to the top side as well. Until then, this is just like the consolidation sort of zone. I do not want to participate within this, but I think as soon as we start clearing out to the top side, then it's gonna be good to go up.
Oh yeah, I'm biased with the buy as well, but I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, have to wait. If there was a bottom wick on the 4 hour now, then I'll be looking for a setup as well. But I feel like it's just, you're gonna see like momentum kick in, and then from there massive sell-off's gonna start playing out from up here now, from this resistance level. Like literally no bottom wick whatsoever as well. But look at this 4 hours as well. It's literally just starting from this same level. This level has a lot of orders, that's the thing. Massive rocket ship of a 4 hour candle. So we can pretty much imitate something like this as well. It'll be quite exciting to see something like that. If you guys see this, it can happen. It's done there in the past. Let's see, next 2 minutes we can see some more volume kicking to the markets. Yeah, look at that. Again, respected once again as well. Same sort of like level. We've been respecting it, and from here, gold just turns into that rocket ship of a candle, starts to explode all the way back up. At least to like 1800 level, and then from there we can see what it wants to do after. The way it's respecting the 1791 level as well, it's looking good now. So we start breaking above 1793.17 and start respecting the structure and start violating the structure highs when it comes to like low lows and low highs. I think we're going to start pushing up. This is it. I think it might just start to turn into that rocket ship now, because it's tapping into that resistance level. So let's just see how it starts to react around this level, because I might be looking for a position soon now with the new 15-minute comment. Just going to open my magic keys again, turn that on, pull my stop loss at pretty much like 1791-ish level, and then just let it ride all the way to the top side. But right now it still is tapping that 1793.83 level. So let's just see how it starts to react around this level now. But we start trading above this once again, I think we're going to start pushing up now with the new 15-minute open coming up as well. This is it. See how it's starting to get so much momentum to the top side now. So much momentum. Do you know what? If it pushes up more, I'm going to look to take this trade now. And the new 15-minute open needs to give us that bottom wick and then start pushing back up. And we're going to have clean traffic. This is it. Let's go. Yeah, this is nice. Let's go. Yeah, this is looking good now. I think we're going to start pushing up now, guys. Still needs to form the bottom wick, but as soon as we start clearing these highs, sky's the limit in my opinion. So let's just see if we can start clearing those highs now, because this is when the volatility should start kicking in. 1796.15. So as soon as we start forming the bottom wick and then start pushing back up, man, 1796.15 needs to get cleared, and then we are pushing up, guys. We're gonna start to push up nicely. 1800 is coming up for sure. Alright, it needs to start forming the bottom wick now in the 15-minute, and then now massive push to the top side is needed. As soon as we form the bottom wick, it needs to come down to at least like 92-ish level, should be fine. From there, we can start forming that massive push to the top side. Let's see what happens now. This is that bottom wick being formed, but now you want to see these highs being violated. I'm in this bad boy. Stop loss, put it below like 91.30 if it gets respected. Like the structure lows are down here as well. Hold up. Something like this will be sweet now. Yeah, stop loss like below here, and just let it ride up now. Honestly, something like this can work out for sure. Either that or you're going to see a sell-off playing out now as well, because there is still no bottom wick on the 4 hour. Keep that in your mind. But if we start clearing these highs, start trading above 93.12, we are going to start pushing up. That's for sure. So let's see if something like this plays out. This is the new 15-minute open as well. The momentum is just not there yet. Come on, let's go. Ready for this position now. Because if we start trading back within this range now, it's just going to be, again, a lot of waiting. Maybe NYSE, we're going to see something. So from here, I want it to start to become a rocket ship of a candle, start trading above this. And then looking to hold this at least till like 1800. They're going to secure profits. And then after 1800, we're going to start pushing up nicely. But I think we're going to see nice push to the top side, at least to like 1800 level. It's the first sort of like target. And then after that, we start turning this into some sort of support. Man, we're coming up. We are coming all the way up. All the way up. Could see the bias playing out. Do you know what? This is it now. Starts pushing up nicely. I'm in this. If it starts pushing up nicely now. Look at this. It's becoming undecisive at this point now. Let's go. Need a little bit more momentum to kick in now. So if we can start getting that, I think we're going to start to skyrocket. Rocket ship of a candle. And with the NYSE, we can just start pushing up. It's forming that double top up here now. So if it starts breaking below these lows once again, the 15-minute lows, I think we're going to start coming down a little bit more. So over here, it really just depends what it does now, price. Because it's tempting to form that upper wick now. It's attempting to break the upper wick. It's failing to do that so far. But as soon as it starts breaking above this, I think we're going to start pushing up now. Let's see. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Give us this. At least like 100 pips to the top side if this plays out. I want to hold it at least for like 100 pips for sure. Yeah, very doable. Very doable. The only issue I've got is this 4 hour, man. But again, like the sort of like area we are tapping now, you have a lot of orders down here. So it makes sense why there is no bottom wick. Like the sort of like, we have a lot of orders down here. And then as soon as we start to trade above this, we see a massive push, at least up till like 1803, 1804 level. That's the thing as well. So next level I'm looking at is 1796. We start clearing that, then it's gonna start pushing up nicely. So maybe with the NYSE we can get that push up. It might want to start to pull back now. Let's see what happens. It's forming that double top up here as well. I'm gonna mark this level here now, which is our 1794.59 level. If we start clearing this, this is gonna start pushing up. 1794.67 level. So which is also the highest now in the 15-minute. Otherwise, the way this is starting to trade now up here, just a bit tricky. It might just start pushing down, start forming that bottom wick. Low momentum to the downside might start kicking in. You can see candles are starting to exhaust as well up here. Either it's going to break to the top side or the downside. If it breaks the lows, it's coming down. If it breaks the highs, it's going up most probably. Simple as that. Keep it simple. This is the new 5-minute open now. It's got the upper wick and now it's attempting to push down basically. It's forming the double top up there as well. I think we start breaking below these lows. Might see this sell-off playing out now from up here, all the way from the top side, forming the double top up there as well. But as I said, with sales is a bit tricky for me right now. It can work out right now, but just not a big fan of it. I want to see these buys playing out. I feel like a rocket ship of a candle is just coming up, a massive bullish candle. Massive bullish candle. I'm so bullish, honestly. I am so bullish.
Yeah, they're just sitting there and just waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yeah, maybe the 9 minutes with the NYSE, we can see that rocket ship of a candle. Right now, again, you just see the candles are starting to exhaust a little bit now. Oh, there we go. This might just be it now. Ooh, there we go. This might just be it now. This might just be it now. needs to start breaking above 1794.67 though for me to give me that for it to give me that probability. Needs to start clearing these highs now, start forming a new high. At that point, it's going to give me that probability for sure. Come on, Goldie, let's go. Another nice push to the top side now. 94.67 needs to get broken, and then that's going to give me the probability to the top side. And then I think we're going to start clearing 96.19, and from there just sky's the limit. 1800 is coming up for sure. Until then, you just need to wait. Just need to wait. Waiting. Another like 3 minutes left as well for the new 5 minute to open. Right now there is just no volatility in the markets.
Actually, you know, this is really good for our mind. This is really good. Even though it's not good for clicking the buttons, it's so good for our minds.
Yeah. Just patience, just waiting, really. That's what trading is, right? 90% waiting, basically. It's so simple, because look, if it breaks to the downside now, it's probably going to come down. If it breaks to the top side, it's going to come up.
Yeah.
I'm so looking to scale in though. If we start breaking to the top side now, a massive engulfing bullish candle. So looking to scale in. Magic keys are ready to go as well. Look at your 92.50 zone as well, 49. As long as we are above that, we should be good to go up. Otherwise, we might just start to trade back down now, form that sort of bone wick on the 4 hour. But I think we're going to push up, to be honest. Just needs a little bit more momentum to kick in, and then from here, we're just going to start pushing up. Don't see us coming down anymore, because of the thing is, right? If it wasn't for this area, then I'll be like, okay, 4 hour needs to come down to form the bottom wick. It needs to. But the sort of area we are tapping now, if there is a lot of volatility to the top side, then I'm not expecting it to come down whatsoever. Let's turn this back on. Keep it off for now. Go. My magic keys is ready now. I'm looking for a massive rejection from the downside, and a massive engulfing bullish candle at this point. I'm gonna put my stop loss at 91.22 if this shows up below the structure loss. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. Okay, need to see a nice candle now. Nice engulfing bullish candle. It needs to start clearing these highs. That's gonna be my entry. And we start breaking above this, I'm stacking up these buy orders. This is a new 5 minute open now. Got another 5 minutes left now for the NYSE, so let's just wait for that. For now, it's just got to see on our hands now, to be honest. As I said, as long as we're trading above 1792.50, we should be good. But we start trading below that, then I think we're going to start violating the structure lows and start coming down a little bit more. From there, potentially, then you can say, okay, now 4 hours going to form the bottom wick. Until then, again, it's just a little pullback. It's going to do this, really. But let's see how much momentum there is in the markets now, though. Skr. Yeah, this setup now, I feel like I'm still gonna execute on this setup, but I'm just not seeing those candles that I want to see. So right now, I'm staying out of this. It needs to break these highs for me to say, okay, now this setup is valid. At that point, I'm gonna execute. Until then, not interested. I want to see a new high being formed, a massive engulfing bullish candle starting to like break above this. I want to take this for sure. Everything's ready, magic key's ready, stop loss goes below the structure. We're ready to go. All we gotta do is just tap open trade. Maybe next 3 minutes can give us that. Let's see. NYSE could be the one.
She's setting up for something.
It might just be now coming up. This setup might just be coming up now. Let's see what happens. NYSE is coming up. Look, we're starting to go back up. It's looking good. Had a little bit of a pullback, which is needed. Look here, 15 minutes starting to reject again. If it starts to flip now, starts breaking above, we're going up, really. But I would not take any sort of trades before the NYSE though. I would let it form the bottom wick and as well as the upper wick first, and then look for a setup. Until then, it doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Don't want to take a trade 2 minutes before NYSE. It's just gonna wake you up. But the next 2 minutes, I'm looking for a trade now. If we start trading below like 88.01, that's when I'll be looking for sells. Until then, for me, interested in a buy position, to be honest. Right now, price is just so slow. Another minute left for the NYSE to open up. Starting to turn 92.97 into some sort of resistance now. So we start breaking these lows over here, and then we're probably going to see a push down. Still just waiting. It's all about patience. Because again, look, markets have not done anything so far whatsoever. So the moves are still yet to come. So don't want to be jumping into like trades just yet. Want to be waiting. Even a very nice sell-off can come up from here. Very, very nice sell-off. Just going to have to wait for another minute now. Actually another 3 seconds left. Okay, let's see what this NYSE does now. If it starts pushing back up, as long as we trade above 91.79, we should be good to go up. Don't want to see these structure lows over here being violated. But after forming the upper wick, we start breaking below these structure lows and start trading below this area. Then you can see a sell-off playing out. Then you can expect the 4 hour to form the bottom wick as well at that point. So let's see what happens now. But now we should be seeing a trade coming up, hopefully. Some more volatility should be kicking into the markets now. It's going to be like one of those sort of trades, just like catch it all the way from the top and then just hold it all the way to the lows. It's going to be amazing. Or the other way around. Catch it from the bottom, hold it till the highest. All the way to the top, all the way to the moon. Look here, 30 minutes again. Look at that. Again, has a tiny bit of a bottom wick now. The 30-minute candle. Previous one had a little bit of a rejection from the top side. There we go. Momentum to the downside is starting to kick in once again now. Let's see where it does. 91.79 is being tapped, which is a support area down here now. So if we start trading below this, start to violate the structural lows, we can even see a sell-off playing out, to be honest. But right now, again, pretty much it's just forming the bottom wick. So in order for like a sell-off to like play out, you would want to see like a lot of volatility kick into the markets. Then it's a safe bet to kind of like take it. down. Until then, it's just a pullback, just a bump wick being formed, and you're gonna go up to the moon. Ooh, he's about to push up now. Might be looking to take a trade here. Ooh, this is about to push up now. This might just be it, guys. This might just be it. Still gonna wait for the candles to close. I want to see a nice engulfing bullish candle at this point now, starting to break out of the whole range. Then I'll look for a trade. Until then, just waiting. Even that to the top side or to the downside. Look at the way it's pushing to the downside as well now. We start breaking below these structure lows, start trading below 91.75. We can come down as well for sure. But there we go, some volatility starting to come in finally, forming that double bottom on 91.79. Looking great so far. Okay, there we go now. Starting to look good, forming low lows, low highs. Let's just take this trade out for now. If it starts breaking below this, then I'm not looking for this. This setup will become invalid for me. Then I would not be executing on this if we start breaking below structure lows. Until then, it's still valid for me. Let's see what it does though. Still pretty much might just be forming the bottom wick. But again, if there was volatility to the top side, we should start pushing up now, to be honest. Ooh, this might just be coming down now. So I really want to see how it starts to play around this level. It might just be a sell-off coming up. Yeah, there we go. This might just be a sell-off coming up. I want us to start trading below the structure lows though. I want to see us closing below these, start to turn them into some sort of resistance in a massive bearish candle. Until then, it's just going to reject and push back up. So let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, this trade might be coming up now. Definitely looking for something now, for sure. Either we're going to see a buy position playing up from here, unless we start closing below this, then this trade setup becomes invalid, or this is just a double bottom being formed here. Bottom wick is done on the 30 minutes, and this is that push up to the top side now. Hopefully we're going to start pushing up to the top side. Still waiting. I want to see a nice engulfing bullish candle before I execute on a buy setup. But this is where our buy should be playing out now. This trade setup should be playing out, unless we start breaking below this again and start violating these structure lows. At that point, we're just going to see a sell setup playing out. Either one's going to show up now though. And if we start breaking below this, start forming low lows, low highs, then guess what? We're going to form the bottom wick on the 4 hour. So simple. And this might just be coming up now. Okay, this is looking good now, guys, honestly. If it starts pushing down a little bit more, I'm in this sell setup now, because it's looking good now. Oh, I'm in this. It's looking good now. I'm going to secure some profits if it pushes down a little bit more. Let's look at your 4 hour. Okay, now look at the 4 hour. Is about to flip now. Again, as this is like catching sells all the way from up here, right? So if it plays out, it's going to be beautiful now. I'm up 8 pips already. Got a little bit of a late entry on this, but I'm looking to hold this though. So I'm going to secure some more profits as soon as I see 10 pips. So look at that. But right now, let's just let it do its thing now. Stop loss all the way up at 1793. We should not be going up. As soon as it starts to flip now, we're going to come down. But until then, just got to let it do its thing now. It's looking good, as I said. If it starts to violate the structure lows, sort of massive bearish candle, the momentum is to the downside now. That's exactly what we were waiting for. So I'm in this trade now. It's my last trade for the day. So let's see how it plays out. Entry is literally just here. Got late entry. And stop loss is literally above the structure highs, as always. So I'm going to let this ride now all the way till like 74. If we start breaking below these lows, let's see how it plays out. Just let it do its thing now. This could be a nice trade, honestly, if it plays out. But if we start trading above 1790 again, I'm going to look to take out 50%. But this should be good now. Should see at least like 100 pips to the downside. I'm up 10 pips now. Gonna look to secure more profits soon. The more profits you secure, the better. So make sure you guys are securing profits, man. The more you secure, the better. The more you secure, the better. So what's that? 1774, right? Could see that, to be honest. Massive dump might just start to come out now. Massive dump might just be coming up now. We're catching it all the way from the top side as well. So I'm up 13 pips now. Again, profits gotta be secured, man. 20 pips again, profits gotta be secured. It's looking great now, looking Gucci. There we go. Another 3 minutes left for the new 5 minute to open. I want to see us starting to clear 88.01. After that, we should be good to go down. From there, can see a reversal to the top side. So 88.01 is that area now. But after 88.01, I'm just going to let this run all the way down. Secured some profits now. So let's see what it does. Oh, don't take me out, Goldie. Don't take me out. How much did they push down from here? Push down about 17 pips, 18 pips. Okay. Let's look at your 30 minutes again. Just in case, where is it rejecting from? That same level. As I said, you can see the bias playing out as well. So I'm going to be super careful here now. I'm going to look to take out more of the position, chop this position down. That's why I started to secure profits down there. You can never go broke securing profits. It can very easily just start to reverse. If it starts trading above 92.50, I'm going to look to see. Might take out some more. But until then, it's just a pullback to start breaking back down. But 92.49, we start to clear that, we're coming back up. I'm just going to start to consolidate again. Don't want to hold this for too long today. No way. And this is going to be my last trade as well now. So if I get stopped out at this, it's going to be again, I don't think it's going to be BE because I took up profits 2-3 times and each time I closed 50%, 50%. So it's still going to be a profitable trade. Let's see what happens. If it starts trading above 92.49, then we're coming up. Otherwise, we're going to form that double bottom, double top up here and start dropping back down now. So let's see what sort of volatility we get. Should start seeing some sort of a dump again. You got to understand. Price action will move in a sustainable manner. It will form those lows, highs, lows, highs. So let's see what it does. Hopefully just no more consolidations. Do we have that bottom wick? We still don't have the bottom wick on the 4 hour. It just needs a little bit more momentum, a little bit more volatility to kick in, and then this 4 hour is going to start dropping. We're going to start dropping all the way down. But the way it's starting to push up now, it just seems like it formed that bottom wick on the 30 minutes. So if it starts clearing that 92.49 area, you have a lot of sell orders up there. From here, you want to see a lot of momentum to the downside kick in. You want to see us starting to push all the way back down now. You want to see this 30 minutes starting to break its own lows, starting to break below the previous lows, and then from there, look at this clean traffic, at least down to like 82. It's going to be a lovely move to the downside if it starts to play out. Otherwise, we start trading above 92.49, it's just going to start to consolidate again. So if you guys have secured profits, I don't know, man, manage your positions. I might look to take this out. Again, it's going to be a profitable position for me if I do take it out above that. Because of the risk management. But if you guys have secured a lot of profits for the day, you might want to hold it. Never know. Up to you, really up to you. Depends whatever you guys are comfortable with. But from here, we can really see sales playing out now. Unless we start trading above 92.50 level. From there, it's just forming that bottom wick. It's going to come back up, come back down, come back up, come back down. It's just in a consolidation. It's not ready to break out just yet. You're not seeing any sort of like massive momentum candles either just yet. Case, gold is not going anywhere, is it, today? Is it just Ranging.
Yeah.
Did you secure profits though on this position? I'm still in this
Yeah,
position.
I didn't take the second one. I almost did, but I missed it. I was late. So I'm still at break even. But I feel it just acts like he wants to go up. So I don't know.
Do you
It
know
wants
what it
to
is?
it
Yeah,
just
even look at these candles. They're not like massive bullish candles. That's the thing. So I'm pretty much
no.
thinking this is just a retest and it's gonna start pushing down because look at your 4 hour as well. It needs to flip, needs to form the bump
Yeah.
wick. That's the thing. But you know
Yeah.
what it is
It's
this area here. There's a lot of buyers sitting down here, so you need some sort of like a lot of volatility in the market to actually like start clearing this area. And I think that's where gold is just struggling now.
it's gonna give us a good next week.
Yeah, so maybe the next 3 minutes we can start dropping as well. It's still possible. Can really see a sell-off play now. That's for sure. Because we've attempted to push up too many times now. We're failing to break up to the top side. I'm really expecting the sell positions to start playing out now. Because the amount of times we've attempted to push up is just not going up, is it? So then I'm just thinking, okay, cool. What does it want to do? It just wants to come down and basically form the bump wick on the 4 hour. That's what I'm thinking. Just needs a little bit more volatility now. That's all it is, to be honest. So the next 2 minutes can give us something, hopefully. That's why this sort of day you just want to chop your price down. As soon as it goes in profits, 10 pips secure, 20 pips secure, 15 pips just secure. Because one thing I've learned trading, you can never go broke securing positions. Like before, what I used to do, I'll be like, no, unless it hits my 1 2 1 to 2 1 to 3 and securing nothing, and then it would just reverse, and then I'll end up taking a loss when I was in a massive I was in a lot of profits. And now what I do is just start securing, and even if I was to take a loss, I'll still end up profitable. That's the beauty of just chopping your positions down and securing profits.
Yeah, I always secure profits.
Yeah, that's the best thing about it. Yeah, we start breaking about 42.49. We're gonna see some sort of a push to the top side once again. So let's see what it does now. Okay, we're tapping the resistance level now. Start clearing this. We're probably gonna start pushing up a bit more now. And let's see what the next minute candle does. It might just give you that boost to the top side. Because again, look at your 30 minute. It's got that bump wick now. It's starting to flip. And if it starts forming higher highs, higher lows, we're just gonna push up. So simple. Should be so fluid in the markets and should be looking to manage your positions. Really simple. Yeah, this is about to skyrocket, guys, to the top side. Wait for the next minute now. The next minute is probably going to give you that boost all the way to the top side now. All the way to the top side. Yeah, this is that next minute candle. This is the move we was waiting for anyway. So, yeah, it's starting to play out now. But this position gave me some profits. So, yeah, that's all it is, to be honest. Now, again, if someone's still looking for a buy position, I would say wait for the 94.72 level to at least get cleared. Until then, just be really cautious, man. Really cautious. Really cautious. I'll just take this out now. But if it starts clearing that 94.72 area, now you have the bottom wick again. Attempted to form the 4 hour lows as well. It failed to do that, still within this consolidation. So either it needs to break to the top side or the downside. Until then, you don't really have a valid setup. So either it needs to start breaking above 94.72. At that point, buys make sense. Otherwise, you might just see sales starting to play out once again now. A little bit more momentum in the market. It might just start to dump now. So you want to be super careful. Just got to wait for 94.72 to break. Otherwise, again, as I said, sales can play out. This is really rangy price action now. You're at the top side of the range. You at least want to see this break the top side. You want to see gold starting to form higher highs, higher lows. Then you can expect it to go up. Until then, again, it's just going to start coming back down now. and start breaking those lows on the 30-minute, the bottom wick is going to get broken, and then you're going to form that sort of bottom wick on the 4 hour as well, and a massive dump's going to come. But until then, as I said, quite bullish on gold. But I would say have to wait for 94.72 to break at least. Otherwise, this could just be that double top retest of that resistance to start dropping down. So I'll be super careful around these levels. Really careful. Yeah, see the way it's starting to push up now. It's looking good. But once again, you do want to see 94.32 break, otherwise it's going to start pushing down. And you're going to see sells playing out. So buys don't make sense unless you start pushing up, start breaking above these levels here. You're just going to see again a massive sell-off starting to play out. As you can see, it's just coming back down once again now. Oof, look at the momentum to the downside. Wow. See, the sell-off just starting to play out again now. So as I said, right now no buys whatsoever. It's just gonna drop. Beast mode. Let's just take this bad boy out now. There we go. 92.49. This is where you want to see these structural lows being violated now, and we're coming down for that 4 hour low. We're coming down for that 4 hour bottom wick. Until then, look what it's doing. It's made the highs now. It's going to retest this. Either it's going to start breaking this and start dumping, or we're going to start rejecting and start pushing back up. So again, look at this level now. Let's see how it reacts around this level. If it starts breaking below this, we're going to start dropping nicely now. Either that or we're going to start pushing back up. So simple. Keep it simple. But the way it's forming this double top up here now really depends on this candle now. Either you're going to see a massive engulfing bullish candle at this point now, or you're going to start breaking below these lows, start trading below this level, then you're coming for this level here, and then you start clear this, you're coming all the way down. Look at that. See, clearing this level now. Once again, coming all the way down. Just gotta let it do its thing now, really. Let it do its thing, let it do its thing, let it do its thing. It needs to start trading below this level though, 91.28-ish level. Gonna mark this as well. Or you're gonna see a massive engulfing bullish candle now. One of the two you're gonna see. Either they should start to flip now and become that rocket ship of a candle all the way to the top side and start clearing these highs. We're gonna just see these lows over here being violated, and then if you start breaking below this now, that's another opportunity to scale in. Until then, this is just a pullback, so it becomes a bit tricky to actually take a position here. So but below this, again, this setup is still valid. You haven't violated the structural lows, which are all the way up here. So you're still in a trade that's valid, basically still a winning trade. So now again, if someone's looking to scale in, you can still scale in, still possible. I don't know why it's saying my position's all the way up here, by the way. It's not down there. Position's actually in profits. It's all the way down here. Stop loss is not all the way up there either. So here, that's not accurate whatsoever. So this is the position I have, by the way. So again, look to see how candles are reacting around these levels. That's just going to give you that probability. If it starts going bullish now, then guess what? It's done that classic sort of like pullback and is going to start pushing all the way back up now. And then at that point, we're going to see the next leg up now. Otherwise, you can see a sell-off play now. So simple. See, it's coming back up now. It starts clearing that 92.49 level. We're going to push all the way up, all the way to the top side. So this level here is still being respected. As I said, unless you start closing below this, you need to see how it starts to react around this level now. So now you're going to see this level here being broken. And so the safest bet is for us to clear this and form a new low. Then the trade is still good to go down. So up here is more like a sniper entry, a cowboy entry. If you have a lot of confidence, you can take this, but safest bet is for us to start violating the structural lows, and then we're coming downtown, basically. Downtown. This is looking great now. Wow, amazing, amazing. There we go. Really, really nice now. Really nice. Again, tapping into the 90.63 area now. We need to start clearing that at this point now. And as soon as we start clearing 90.63 area, well, the next structure lows are down there. And we start clearing that again. We're forming a new low now. Still haven't violated the structure highs. Still good to go down. Very simple. That's why I'm still in this trade. Up more than 10 pips again. And yeah, as I said, secure profits, and secure profits a million times. Every time you're in profits, secure profits. Every time you're in profits, secure profits. Especially in this sort of like market condition, you want to secure a lot of profits, It can very easily just start to reverse because the momentum is just so low right now. You might just tap this zone, grab some orders and straight push back up. Very, very low momentum markets. Can very easily just start to rocket ship everything now. So as soon as you go into like, you know, profits, 10 pips, 20 pips, start to secure. Safest way to trade today, safest way. See, again, as I said, 90.63 can turn into that reversal sort of area, and it's starting to push back up now. So we're having some sort of issues around this level now. So again, you want to see these lows being broken now. That's more confirmation to the downside. Look, pullback, break. Same thing here. You can expect a massive pullback, then break. Unless we start to get like some sort of crazy sort of like momentum in the markets, then you're just going to see gold start to dump. It's not coming back up at that point. I think we're coming down for this, honestly, for our lows to form that bottom wick. And then from there, might push back up. But I think we need to form that bottom wick on the 4 hour now. The amount of times we've attempted to push up now, it's just failing, is it not? Where did you see that rocket ship of a candle? It started all the way from up here. So we start trading above this, we can again imitate this move. Because technically, this is where the push up started from. So unless, as I said, the safest bet is obviously down here. Once we start breaking this, that's when you're violating the structural laws. Until then, this is just a classic pullback basically. Well, once we start breaking this, it's going to be a nice trade. Might look to scale in a little bit more down there. Until then, it's very tricky for me to actually scale in around here somewhere. Another 6 minutes left as well for the new hourly to open. Maybe with the new hourly you can again. Nobody ever went broke securing. Exactly, guys. Not every day you should expect to secure like, you know, 50, 60 pips. Just secure whatever the markets give you, man. At least you're making money. You're not losing money. Do you know what? I'll be completely honest. When I started trading, I had this issue. This was a big issue of mine. I would not secure unless I had like, you know, exactly 20 pips or 30 pips or 40 pips or 50 pips. And it'll go to like 48 pips and straight back to BE or drawdown. And then my psychology will be all over the place. So that's why secure as much as you guys can. Just secure. You can never go broke securing, can you? So why not just secure? What's wrong with securing? Nothing. You had a profitable day, you're in profits. That's like very hard to do when it comes to trading, right? Just secure. How much ever the markets gives you, just secure. We had like a couple of trades. Each trade was profitable if you know how to manage it properly. Each trade was profitable. But if you don't know how to manage it, maybe every single trade that we took today was not profitable at all for you. Because of that's where the risk management and trade management comes in. So if you know how to manage your trades, then every single trade was profitable today once again. We didn't see any sort of crazy trades, you know, 50, 60 pips. This might be it. But as I said, every single trade you did see profits more than 10 pips each time. That's a fact. The sell-off we gave out down here saw almost 20 pips. Again, buyers, I think we saw every position that we took, we saw a lot of profits. So if you are stubborn, you didn't take up profits, you just held and went back into drawdown, that's where you need to work on risk management and trade management. Honestly, bro, your trade stop losses are too big. Feel like your trading is not like process trading. Bro, my trade stop losses are 20 pips at average. How is that too big? This is gold. You don't want to get wicked out. You don't want to put 2-3 pips. This is not GJ. This is gold. You need to give it space to breathe. 20 pip stop loss is not big at all. Yeah, today, because of NFP, we have bigger stop losses. We usually average our stop losses about 20 pips. That's our average stop loss, basically. That's not big at all. Not big at all. Go back to all of our like old streams. Every single day has been a winning day with the same stop loss, 20 pip stop loss. Every single day. It's not big at all. You don't want to get wicked out. If you put like a 10 pip stop loss just because you want to get that more R2R or like, you know, a tinier stop loss to make more money or whatever, you're going to get wicked out. There's no point. You need to give your trades room to breathe. And when obviously it goes down, like let's say you're down you're up 1-1 or 1-2, make it risk free, secure partials, let the runner do its thing. So your stop losses are not like open all the time, are they? They're open till like, you know, you're in 1-1 profits or whatever, then it's risk free anyway. So like, you know, we turn our scalps into intraday trades. Some days market conditions are not obviously suitable for scalping, and those days you need to obviously have bigger stop losses because it's more like an intraday sort of like positions you're playing with. It just depends on the markets. Today, do you really want to scalp? You could scalp, I guess, but intraday trades make way more sense because you're trying to catch like a bigger move. Right now you're just ranging, markets are not doing anything whatsoever. Do you really want to take a scalp position here? Put your stop loss up here. Cool, you put your stop loss here. One candle is going to wick you out. Let's say you took a trade, this bearish candle, stop loss is up here, that's 20 pips, right? One bullish candle is going to wick you out right now. Another 2 minutes, you got the new hourly open. Maybe it wants to form the upper wick and it can wick you out. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So it really depends on the market conditions. And if you have that experience in the markets, you know what to do. I've got a lot of experience now with gold, so I know what to do. I know which days I can have tiny stop losses. Especially these days, you're going to see a lot of fluctuations. You do not want to have tiny stop losses. You're going to get wicked out every single day. Every single time you're going to get wicked out, especially because of NFP fundamental factors in play. Cannot have tiny stop losses. Another minute left for the new hourly to open now. And also, yeah, just because my stop losses are big doesn't mean I'm risking a lot. Because of magic keys, I can even have 100 pips as a stop loss and I'm still going to be risking about 1% on that stop loss, just in case you didn't know that. So yeah, it doesn't matter how big my stop losses are, I only risk about 1-2% per trade because of magic keys. That's the beauty of magic keys, right? Just in case that's what you think, you know, because I have a massive stop loss, I'm risking a lot. No, this is still just a 1%, 0.5% sort of trade. Just have a bigger stop loss. When you have a bigger stop loss, your lot size goes down. It's all calculated automatically with magic keys, right? So we're holding 1790.63. I think with the new overlay, we can start breaking below that. But right now, we're still holding this level. We need to start breaking below this level now, and then we're going to see a nice dump. There we go. This might just be it now. The overlay is tapping the lows. This might just be it now. But as soon as we start clearing 89.36, ooh, it should be lovely. That's what I want to see gets cleared. 89.36. Then I'm going to be a happy man. Real happy. Real happy. But this hourly should give us something now. There we go. This is it. Should start clearing these lows, hopefully. It needs to form the upper wick as well. So if it has an upper wick and it starts closing below this, start breaking below. As soon as we start breaking below this, then I'm going to be a really happy man. Until then, again, as I said, it can start pushing back up as well. That's the thing. So we need to really start breaking below this level here. Then I'll be a real happy man for sure. This level here, need to start breaking below this. Until then, as I said, it's a classic pullback and we're going to see a nice push to the top side. Either way, you should start to see some momentum kick in now. Look at that, it's formed the upper wick, it's formed the bottom wick now. Again, let's say if you had a small stop loss, look at this now. It's forming an upper wick. You would have gotten stopped out right there. Look, you're about to get tapped out if you had a small stop loss. Look, it needs to push up just another 3-4 pips and that's your position gone. Whereas my stop loss is all the way up there. And I can even close 50% if it starts breaking above this. And then I got less than 0.5% running on the whole position. See how I can start to chop my position down. If it starts trading above this, I can take out another 50%. And look, if you had a small stop loss, that's your trade done. Whereas my trade is not done whatsoever. And potentially what we are doing right now is just forming the upper wick. So it can still very well drop. It can still drop. It's the new hourly open. It needs to form the upper wick, right? So you can just start dropping now. So you got tapped out and gold can start dropping down. Or it might just start pushing back up. But either way, I'm going to give it room to breathe. Because of my stop loss, because of the market conditions, I understand it needs a lot of room to breathe. It can very well just start pushing all the way back up now. Very well. Or look, the way it's just tapping that 92.49 area. From here, it starts trading above this. Either it's going to start pushing back down or pushing back up. But this position that I've got running, I'll let you guys know how it goes. It's a tiny position. I've secured most of the profits down there. But I'm interested to see how this plays out though. Because the potential is crazy. I can see a sell-off playing out. But anyway, guys, our session is done now. I'll let you guys know on Insta how this plays out. Very slow markets today. We're just going to let it do its thing now. If it pushes up, pushes up, pushes down, pushes down. Again, this position, profits have been taken out. Now just going to let it do its thing. If it hits the stop loss, still going to be, I think, I want to make like 0.1% on this position altogether. Something like that. More like a break-even trade, but still profits, right? Profits are profits. So guys, thank you guys for tuning in once again. We'll be back on Monday. Thank you guys. Have a lovely weekend and